You know it.
Oh, yeah. Your favorite duo has made a return.
Oh man, we are back, man. How you feeling, man? How you feeling?
Good, man. Good. We a little more gray after that season, but after watching that defense all season, we a little more gray, but feel good to be back, man. Finally got something we can talk about with excitement, something to look forward to.
Absolutely, man. That's the thing, man. They gave us nothing to look forward to last year, and frustrated us, man. That was the least favorite season last year. Just watching the game, we was going on trips, we
Right,
taking the kids out doing game
right.
days and
Go
stuff.
on,
We
on, on cruises. They ain't even think
yeah,
about the game.
not even worried about the game. He like, man, look, bro, whatever.
Yeah,
So that's how we knew that we was a little checked out, man.
yeah. They took us to a whole different place. We never thought we would be.
Never
You
thought
know,
we would be there. But we are the Dallas Duo. I am D Hill, one half of the Dallas Duo. Who do I have with me tonight?
yeah, man. It's your second half. Your boy D White, man, back for 2026, baby.
All right, I got it all shared out, man. So I want to thank the three man weave for letting us utilize the YouTube channel. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. They will be recorded
Definitely.
right after this tonight. So we get right to it, man. Um, we could go straight to a positive note, though, man. We got a defensive coordinator, a guy
Oh
that
yeah,
we are familiar with, man.
yes sir.
So let's go ahead and just discuss on that, CP, and let's just talk about the defensive coordinator. I think the first thing about it, first off, let's let's skip the fact that we know him. You know, skip the fact that
Definitely. Yeah,
who he is.
it's personal for us.
Skip the fact that he knows that he knew. You know what I'm
Yes
saying?
sir. Yes
Let's,
sir.
let's skip that part. Skip that
Good
part.
804 Newt.
You know what I'm saying? That's a plus.
Yes sir.
But the process of how they got to him,
Man,
that was what we like, right?
it was that was refreshing. That was a refreshing, man. That's all we ask. We don't ask for much, man. Just do your due diligence, bro. For real, like, no, like one, you got your throwaway candidates, your Rooney Rule candidates. Then your third person, you take him out to eat. He stayed the night in the guest house at Jerry house. Then he the coach the next morning. Like, come on,
Yeah.
man. Nah.
One of them old retreads, and somebody
Hmm.
that we knew or you didn't know back in the day and stuff like that. And I'm not mad at retread defensive coordinators. Like I say, they have a place in this league, and I
Right.
do understand it. I think at this point, like I'm more of the mindset, and I think the league is more so on the mindset as well. It's like it's trying to get some of these new wave coaches, like
Yeah.
and starting to look at some of these the NFL that we grew up on. We knew the schemes of all the top people. We knew the scheme. Like I said, it was
Hmm.
always, they ran a cover two scheme, or they ran a man scheme, or this
Right.
team ran, zone cover three scheme and stuff like that.
Too high shell. Yep. Hmm.
So those schemes were more prominent and more, and they're still in the league to this day. But it's starting to be more matchup dependent,
There you
more
go.
multiple like disguising. Is like the like sicko stuff. They starting to get some more defensive coordinators and starting to do some of these offensive wizardry.
Right.
They starting to do this on the defensive side of the ball.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
they utilizing the resources, they utilizing the draft, they utilizing free agency to do, to mitigate that curve and implement some of the things that they want to do.
Most
And
definitely.
that's something that we've been wanting for a while now. I remember at one point I can remember when we was tired of Rod. Not Rod. It was Wade Fuller. We were tired of
Wait.
Wade got stale. We want some creativity. We want
Right.
this and that. And what did we do? We went up there and got Rod Ryan. We know Rod Ryan. We know he gonna be exotic blitzing.
Right. Right. Right.
He's gonna be doing all that, and that was nasty. You know,
Mm.
so it's one of those moments back in the day,
Then,
like
then nobody grabbed that. Yeah, that then nobody
you,
grasped that concepts he was trying to do.
you get what you asked for. Oh, you want some creativity, huh?
Yeah, right, right.
So it's I hopefully we not going through that as far as Eberflus situation, but that was one of the worst defenses we've seen, bro.
Historically, bro.
Like that was even like worse than Nolan, bro. Like
No, if we had Nolan's defense, we'd have won 2 or 3 more games. Not even, I mean, like being dead ass, bro.
And Nolan was
Like
bad, bro.
we don't want at least 2 more games if we just had Mike Nolan defense. That's how bad the 2025 defense was, man. Like historically bad. But
So
we had players that we know can play look like they can't play.
everybody.
Everybody.
Like nobody played well on like
No,
nobody other than Clowney, but like you said, that's it.
that's it. Like, what's the common denominator? It's gotta be coaching. We've seen these players make Pro Bowls, man. Be solid starters. Be good backup role players. Now they all just trash. Like, come on, man. Like, no,
They couldn't just be, but they couldn't just be regular bad.
couldn't be right.
Like regular bad. Like no, you had to be historically ass. Like
Historically, I've never seen a team give up more 20+ yard explosive plays. Like when the ball went, it was so bad. Like we knew, like when the ball was in the air, you knew, like it could be either a 50-yard touchdown or a 20+ yard game. Like we could not. I don't understand it. Like how does it happen over and over and over?
well, you bring up the 20-yard play and you playing 10 yards off.
But playing 10, 15 yards off.
So you still get but
Bro.
but once they went through the process, and like I said, they went through they did their due diligence. Like I said, it was a thorough search, a multitude of different candidates with different types of schemes and different things that they would implement. And CP Christian Parker was the one that got the job. And I think that the more and more like we listen to him, the more and more we understand how he got the job.
Right. Yeah,
Because
definitely.
he, even though he is a young coach in this league, and he had a meteoric rise, he sounds old, bro. Like he has an old soul towards him. Like sound like he's very articulate. He's very, like you say, you can understand how he, how he did well in that interview process.
Yeah, he can win the room for sure. Very impressive, man. Very impressive.
I think now the next thing, now we get into the nasty part of the off season, where, like I said, we have a plethora of content creators in our community, right?
Oh man,
and we respect
hand over fist. Yep, definitely.
And we, like I said, we watch it. We support them. We support them as fans of them and all that as well. But I think the problem with having so many at this point, people are picking and choosing what's being said to try to project their own thoughts.
Right.
And that's a little tricky situation, because a lot of some of these people have power.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And it got to the point where now content creators legit have a voice now. And Jerry Jones listening, the front office, they hear content creators now. They on the platforms, you know what I'm saying? So they have more power than than back in the day when it was just us listening. Now the world listening now, for real.
Exactly.
The sports world.
You have a lot of the beat writers are actually working in conjunction with some of the content creators as well. So like I said, the fan base's voice is louder than what it's ever been.
Right?
Because,
Yeah.
like I said, some of those questions that they want asked, they're getting asked because they have the connection. Like, oh yeah, I'm doing a show with John Machota. Oh, ask him this. Oh, I'm doing a show with Nick Harris. Oh, I'm doing a show with Patrick Nosey. He in the street. Like they seeing what Clarence Hill. They seeing how we feel, and they're taking these questions and taking these concerns,
taking it right to them,
straight to the source.
Love it.
But I think some of these things can get misconstrued. I got
Cowboys defense was trash.
I think some of these things can get misconstrued because, like I said, I think prime example, the nickelback situation, and he brought it back. Christian Parker spoke on the importance of the nickel situation. You got to be able to do a multitude of things and everything, and people took that and ran with it like, oh, we about to go get Caleb down. Now, granted, I'm Ohio State. I want Caleb Downs myself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But and if you think about it, all the top defenses, they have an elite safety.
Yeah, definitely. No, yep.
You know what I'm saying? And playing it, he's playing in that nickel role, and you know what I'm saying, he's doing he's versatile. So I get it.
Mm-hmm. That
I ain't
Seahawks defense, that Texas defense,
the
they
Chargers
got,
is the way they use the
yeah,
Derwin James. Like I
Darren
said,
James, they got him.
I get
Peachtree.
it. I get it. The Ravens took a step back, but Kyle Hamilton still keeps this defense from
Right.
and it's placed, like I said, a lot of these defenses have, they have a safety. Jalen
Mm.
Peachtree, like I said, in Texas, like you mentioned. Like I said, I want one. We've been wanting the safety since we met each other.
Since Ken Hamlin.
You know what I'm saying? So, thank you, froze. You back?
Yeah,
so
back,
like,
yeah.
So of course we want the safety, but then I did my research. He ain't never had no safety play nickel.
Right. Yeah, not that I can remember. No,
And none of his spot. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? Now, get it. We don't know the scheme. We can we can project and think he gonna be a carbon copy of Fangio. Hey, Fangio defense work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So cool.
We know that.
Yeah, copy and paste it, and that's what you plan on doing. Cool.
Right.
But who's to say that he's going to do some new things, modernize the Fangio stuff?
Yeah.
So maybe he does want to Caleb down. Maybe he does want a Thieneman from Oregon. Maybe he does want a safety
Edelman from Toledo. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe he does want to have that play that role and play it like Seattle. Maybe he does want to do that.
Right. Nick Omarior. What's Nick Omarior? I can't pronounce it. You know what I'm talking about.
But like you said, maybe he does. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe he just want a slot corner. You know what I'm saying? That can do the things that he mentioned.
Right.
I know like I said, we want answers now. Next week we're gonna get all the answers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, to the test.
Yeah. But so we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out what they start doing in free agency, what we're gonna do in the draft.
Cause you got to do something.
Yeah, that's why I only worry about no mock drafts until after free agency start hitting, a week or two, then I pay attention to the mock drafts.
Yeah. And like I said, it's some things that we could it's some ways that they can attack it. Like I said, now it's some dudes in free agency, they making it seem like this free agent class is weak. Okay, cool. You can have your opinion on that. In certain spots, it may be weak.
Yeah.
But the things that we need and the things that we trying to accomplish next year,
right?
It's plenty of free agents that we can go get.
Thank you. That help us.
That help us now.
Raise our. We're trying to raise our floor. We was historically bad. That's plenty of free agents that can help raise our floor.
We need everything.
Yeah.
Like, we can't scoff at nothing.
Ain't turning down collar to nothing. You know what I'm saying?
He said, down stop, man. That report about his knee has been refuted.
Yeah. So the meniscus is real, partially torn, but the degenerative knee has been refuted. Yeah.
And if it's just a meniscus, like I said, you can get that cleaned up and be ready by training camp.
That's a 6 week. Yeah, it's a 6 week thing. Yeah, if you get it cleaned up, yeah.
You can do that now. But like I said, 25th is the pro day for Ohio State. You'll get the official answers to everything that we need to know. Like I said, if he ain't doing nothing then
right.
He definitely, I'm for sure he definitely needs surgery, or he gonna plan on getting surgery. But like, if he about to compete in his pro day, then what we really worried about. But that's just some of the things. But like, I think the part that really got me upset is just certain, certain discussions that we were having out there.
Cats got agendas now, bro.
I mean, yeah,
Cats getting paid. Keep it real. Cats getting paid, getting bread off YouTube within the little platform. Got a little what's the little pill ads and sponsors they got going on. So they get a little money. They're trying to spark debate. So they got little agendas now. Cause some of the stuff you hear, and we're like, bro, like, what we doing? Come on.
Once again, we watching.
Right.
We ain't knocking none of that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, the Max Crosby trade stuff out there, trade pickings, because David Mulligata ain't gonna let him, sign, it's gonna get nasty with the contract.
Right.
And I'm not saying anybody's wrong about their opinion, you know what I'm saying. But I definitely wasn't getting in that discussion of trading pickings for Max Crosby when you can have both. You can have both.
Now when you can have both.
Yeah. So let's stay on the Max Crosby part. The asking price is 2 first-round picks.
Right.
Now, last year I was ready to give up 2 first-round picks for Max.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I'm still ready. Technically, I'm still ready to give up 2 first-round picks for Max. If, and the key word is if, I actually trusted the front office to do their due diligence and handle their business in free agency.
Right.
If I had, if I knew that they was gonna go out there and get active, if it was gonna be Howie season for us,
or let's sneeze season.
you know what I'm saying? They did it again.
Did
You
it
know,
again.
then I would like be like, you know what? Hey man, after them picks, go get Crosby.
Thank you.
Let's figure this out.
Thank you.
But I don't trust them.
Yeah, because just Crosby not gonna do it. We can't just go get Crosby. Then we sign, some 5th, 6th tier other pass rusher and think that's gonna work. Like, nah, you gotta, so you got to trade for Max and get busy in free agency with another pass rusher.
Ain't nobody giving up a lot of picks and pieces for Crosby. I disagree, but the asking price does seem high.
Yeah,
But
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
It's high right now.
Mm-hmm.
Closer to the draft, I can see a team giving up. I can see a team doing the two first.
Yeah, but not 2 first and a player.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, but
Yeah.
you got it's negotiations.
The negotiation, there you go. A first or a player, 2 first, not 2 first and a player. Like, nah.
And it may not even be 2 first. It may be it could be 2
first and second.
It could be first and the second, first and the third. You know what I'm saying? Pick swaps next year and all that.
Right.
Like you can get creative. I think closer to the draft is when it's going to heat up, and I think that's when they're going to strike when the iron is hot because, like I said, it's going to be closer to the draft.
Right.
Free agency is going to be done. You realize that you ain't signed nobody but Sam Williams. You know what I'm saying? You be like, oh no, we need, bye.
Got that Sam Williams, though. No. I'd rather bring Fowler back.
So I can see a team. I can see a team. I don't see my team doing it, but I can see a team doing it. And
right.
A contending team, I can see it. Like,
yeah, because we just don't have the history.
Yeah. So, but things like Jonathan Grenard, they want a day 2 pick.
I was in on that. I was in on that until I heard on the way home from work there was like the day 2 pick, which is cool, but he wants to redo his contract because he thinks he's under market value. So he wants to be in that $25 million range. After when I heard that, I'm out on that. I'm good then.
You can want whatever.
Right.
You can get a hit, do it at 10.
He's trying to say he won't plan for that 19. Like he want to sign and trade. Oh well, he want to trade. So we got to give up a day 2 pick, trade, and he want a new contract with 25 plus. I was like, nah, I'm good on that.
Well, that's the thing about, like I said, now you're asking, not saying you're asking for too much, but yeah, you're asking for too much. First of all, based off the season that he had last year, you wasn't gonna get a day 2 pick.
Right.
You may get a third from a team. You may get a third from a team. And I'm not dismissing that because, like you said, he is a good player. He had a down year and was injured last year.
Right.
But but like you said, and a new deal.
Yeah, and a new deal. That's what threw me. Everything else is cool, but the new deal threw me off. Like 3 out of your 6 seasons, you had 1.5, 3 sacks, and you've been injured those 3 seasons, and you get those. You know what I'm saying? Like $25 million for that. Like that's steep, bro.
Like I said, I got a 4-4.
Right.
We got a 4-4. That
right.
They get and they ask your price. They have some salary cap concerns.
Yeah. Because they letting Jonathan Allen go.
Yeah. So they ask your price. Now that's different from Crosby. They ask your price because they desperate, but they got to free up their cap to get their stuff together. So they could. His asking price could the further we keep going along.
Right. 4 or 5. Right.
Yeah, his could drop. And on top of that, like you said, the former passing game coordinator is with the is with the Commanders now. They definitely need a pass rusher as well.
Yeah.
The only thing about it, they ain't got no draft picks.
Yeah, and we got Marcus Dixon, his defensive line coach too. So he got connections to both squads.
So, but they don't have no draft pick. They ain't got no day 2 picks.
Yeah, see, I don't know what. Yeah, I see. I don't know what Commanders got. Where
They
draft
traded
wise,
they traded a lot for
Debo.
for Debo and Laramie Tunsil.
Okay, all
So
right. So
they ain't got no picks.
we got you.
Not like now. If he get cut, I can easily see him going. You know what I'm saying? Going
Right.
there or whatever. But they don't really have no picks. So if it comes to the pick of a bidding war, we
Mhm.
back in the mix. And if it comes in that, he asks us about Trey Hendrickson. I'm gonna be quite honest. I'm out on Trey.
I'm good on Trey. Like I wouldn't be upset. You know, they ain't gonna cry
Yeah.
if we got him. But I think we need a more well-rounded player. At somebody. He's terrible against the run. Let's keep it real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's 30, coming off the injury. I mean, we need more. I feel like in CP's scheme, or what he want to be multiple. You got to do more than rush the passer. He sounds like supposed to be like a gap and a half system.
Yeah, you got
to focusing on containing the run, and that's not trade game. You know what I'm saying? So to pay him $25+ million for that is not in his skill set. You know what I'm saying? I think I would go in a different direction. But like I said, I ain't gonna cry now. We did pick him up. Ain't gonna hurt my feelings one bit. I'm sure we can work.
Figure it out, CP.
Work to his skill set. But you know what I'm saying? I think we can use some resources for another player. But for the Commanders, he'd be straight. You know what I'm saying? Dan Quinn's system, he'd be a good fit for the Commanders for sure. Yeah, definitely.
Perfect fit, actually. Yeah. That's it for the trade rumors. Like I said, I mean, the Trent McDuffie was a rumor for us, but I knew that was far-fetched because he wants 30 mil. You know what I'm saying?
And you see the draft picks they gave him?
Now, the draft picks was the first round pick, they had 2 as well.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? They gave up 29, they gave us some 5th and the 6th for some late round. It was the 3rd round pick.
The 3rd round, yeah.
The next year. I'm like, y'all didn't have to do that.
But next year, 3rd.
When you hear that the Giants was involved as well, like I said, the Giants wasn't gonna give up their first, but I'm pretty sure that they had other picks that they was trying to give up. So it might have been a bidding war, and you felt like you had to do what you got to do. But they also a team, they effed them picks, so it's like they used to, hey, if whatever we got to do to get our guy, we got to get our guy.
Yeah, yep.
And I'm not mad at it. Like I said, he Chris Schuler will definitely figure out how to you maximize Trent, because Trent is, he one of the ones.
Yeah, dog. He one of the ones, especially in their window, bro. There was a couple plays away from the Super Bowl again.
Yeah, so
you know what I'm saying? Like, shoot, that's your window, bro. Matt.
Hey, he played the whole year last year with that bad back.
Right, with the bad back.
I ain't saying nothing else about him. You know what I'm saying? Because you barely could do training camp with your back. Your back was so bad.
Yeah,
and you
ain't miss a snap.
You won the MVP.
Yeah, ain't miss a snap. So yeah,
your window good.
Right? Yeah, that window. Yeah, so you got at least 3 more years. So get them picks up. And you can get to go for the Super Bowl again next year.
Go for the Super Bowl. So like I said, I ain't mad at it. Pretty much. I hate the Osa rhetoric, discussion around Osa now.
Right.
Because he's the next victim of being paid, and we hate everybody that we pay.
And he gave us a discount.
I mean, we love Osa last year when
loved him for the discount. Now,
and then just because he played bad in that defense, that everybody played bad.
Everybody played bad in, except for Clowney and except for Quinn Williams, because it's Quinn Williams.
It's Quinn Williams. I think the fact that I appreciate John Oney for highlighting that he fits the defense very well,
right?
And he can adjust, he can make the necessary adjustments,
right? That 4 hours be good for him.
My only rebuttal is to anybody that's questioning Osa in this defense. Milton Williams got paid more than Osa,
right?
In this same defense that y'all keep projecting that that he coming from Fangio. Milton Williams played behind Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis and got paid more than Osa because he was balling in this defense.
In the defense.
So you mean to tell me that they are similar players in size, in stature, in all the measures, everything. They are similar players. Can we just see Osa in it? Can we
let's see the man in it?
Because listen. Because if he trash in it and he not effective in it, or he a liability, or he bad in it, we know you gonna hear it.
But he was good in DQ scheme. We seen the talent. We see what he could do. Everybody was bad with Eberflus last year. Like I said, get a man a shot. I think he'd be perfect for the 4-hour position in his damn going defense, man.
And like I said, he ain't too gapping.
Yeah,
They asking him to do some things that he's accustomed to, and they're gonna be
gap in
attacking.
the head.
So even if they only play him on passing down,
Right.
the whole emphasis of it is get 1-on-1.
Mm-hmm.
You get Osa in the 1-on-1, like, all right, come on now, like, all right.
That's his bag right there.
Before we move on to our wish list, Donovan Ezeraku has that hip injury, should be back by training camp. Apparently, it happened during Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And he played through it, so it kind of makes sense of why why
Mm-hmm.
the numbers wouldn't be in his favor. Just hoping for a speedy recovery.
That's all we can. Yep.
He fits the defense. This defense is something that he was doing in Boston College. So I mean, the knowledge of what to do, it should be second nature.
Right.
Just go ahead and recover. We got Maris Leopold is moving the outside linebacker, and I've definitely been waiting to tell you this part. If once again they've been trying to copy and paste Fangio.
Yeah.
Fangio played 75% nickel.
75 now. That's base. That's basic base defense.
That's pretty much base. So that base 4-3, base 3-4.
That's base defense. Yep.
That's rare that you're going to be in that. So the linebacker coach that we got from SMU ran a lot of 3-3-5, 4-2-5 looks.
Right.
So pretty much, Maris Leopold is pretty much playing the same damn outside linebacker that he's been playing.
That he's been playing.
Damn league. Like,
but he's not out of position. He's not too small. Like, come on, man. But he can put on a couple more pounds. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like he's asking him to do. You know what I'm saying? Something he's never done before. He's never seen before. Like, come on, man. It's not foreign to him.
And if I get it. He was supposed to be a smart. I'm not saying he's stupid. He's
right.
Smart. He's supposed to be a smart player. His IQ is supposed to be the thing. Well, we ain't been seeing his IQ. His diagnosis ain't been hitting. Ain't been clicking.
Yeah,
but
right.
When he is attacking and going forward, he is a missile.
He makes plays every time when he just not thinking. You always see him blowing something up.
So if you're giving him a defined role on just attacking, maybe you got something in there.
Right.
Like I said, it's not hurting nobody.
Nobody. We ain't saying he would be a Pro Bowler or All Pro, but he could be a daggone serviceable rotational player. He could be a good average starter. He could be a good starter. We don't know. You got to see it. Get a man a shot. They shooting it down before. Oh, yeah. You know what this means? That means they either moved him. He ain't got no more life left. This could be it for him. Da, da, da.
Yeah. I'm like, all right,
it could be, but let the man go there and play and try.
We got till August to figure this out. Like I said, it's March.
It's March. We got time.
Think about it. We needed 2 linebackers off ball. We needed 2 off ball linebackers anyway.
No, we had Houston, Easy, who just had hip surgery 5 weeks ago, and Isaiah Land, who played 2 snaps with the Colts. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's it. That's all we got.
If we just kept him off ball, we needed still 2 linebackers anyway. Edge rushers outside. We need 2 or 3 anyway.
Right. Anyway.
So what is Maris stopping?
Not a thing.
Okay. I mean, I get it. Once again, I get it. We need content. We need to discuss the thing. And like I said, that was a talking point to give us to talk about.
Right.
I ain't mad at it, but we're going overboard and going elsewhere with it. We just temper.
Yeah. Let's see it first, man. Let's see.
I mean, because at bare minimum, he's a special teams ace.
At the bare minimum, he gonna light somebody up on special teams.
All right.
That's for real.
All right. All right, man. We're gonna go. Before we go, Aubrey.
Oh, Butter. Yeah.
He talked about his tender, talked about his contract situation. The deal's gonna get done. Like, we're not about to sit here and keep discussing about no kicker, bro. Like,
yeah. I mean, if he ain't $7 million, then hey, you take that second round pick and call it a day.
And keep it moving. Like I say, we love Butter. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We want Butter back, but like I said, if the numbers start to get too crazy for a kicker, and somebody else is willing to pay that, go and give us that second round pick, and we can move on.
and we
You
can
know what
move on. Yep.
I'm saying? Right.
I'll
But
give
like
seven is max. I'm topping out at 7.
he can
You
get
can't
8.
say that.
I ain't going no further than 8.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying. If 8 ain't good enough, hey, okay, cool. Go get your bag from somebody else.
I ain't
You know
mad
what I'm
at
saying?
you if you can get it, but hey, it ain't gonna be here.
You better not miss another.
Yeah, because Jerry get worked over by quarterbacks, wide receivers, defensive linemen, everybody. You can't get worked over by the kicker.
You get
I
worried
don't
about
care if
that.
Ty France Asian or not.
Yeah, I don't give a
No,
damn who.
yeah.
Yeah. You get worried by the kicker. That's
Yeah, you can't get worked by the kicker, man. You can't do it.
everything.
Next one, man.
TJ Bass got tendered.
All
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah,
TJ
second
Bass,
round tender. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I believe that he may get a deal from but it's tricky because in this particular free agency, the interior offensive lineman is pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Right. Right.
So I'm technically not sure if he gonna get a bag or get a contract enough from somebody else to
Right.
warrant him leaving. So we may get him, and he may be the interior swing that we got anyway.
Yeah.
Let's remember he did take some center reps.
Yep. Definitely.
Before, because like I said, we letting Brock. We didn't tender Brock. Brock Hoffman is a free agent, so
He's gonna be a free agent. So yeah, and like I said, I hate to lose both of them in the same offseason.
Yeah,
like you say, you're right. I ain't gonna lose no sleep over it, but it's hard to find quality depth. On the offensive line, we had it.
my thing about that is like they were lottery tickets. I mean,
Right.
they were scratch tickets.
Mm-hmm.
They were undrafted free agents, bro. And we got quality reps from them. They got some good quality starts. We kept them for years.
Yeah.
We exceeded everything that we needed from them, bro.
Very true. I just wish we could have got something for Brock though, man.
I get it. I get it, but at the end of the day,
yeah,
they were undrafted free agents that were quality backup, spot starters.
And we got multiple spots out of Brock for sure. Multiple.
At some point, like I said, we got all we got out of them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Go do it again.
Yeah. There you go. Hey, do it again. There you go.
Now that ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying you can just go out there and go find undrafted free agent, depth pieces
under a rock.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that, it's easy, but that is what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? So just do it again.
Right. That's the one thing we're gonna put our hat on. They're gonna find some undrafted free agents now. Every year.
So shouts out to them if they like that. If they move on or they don't, they don't get the contract that they deserve. We welcome back, like you said, for sure. But I'm not about to, lose any sleep about any in there. All right, man. Before we get on to the wish list, what we gonna do with Pickens, bro? What do you anticipate is gonna happen?
Just going up all the data, all the contract negotiate, like big time, like top of the market contracts.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna push it all the way to training camp. Then it can get from I hope they learn from the Micah situation that it's better, just go ahead and get it, especially if the player they want and the player want to be here, just get it done. But going off their track record, he playing on the tag. That's how I feel. I don't have no faith in them to get the shit done until I see them do it. You know what I'm saying?
It is a tricky situation, bro.
Yeah.
I think on one hand, I'm gonna go say the negative part out loud. He exceeded every expectation that they ever had.
Yeah.
Before he was traded to us, he was on the trajectory of the Michael Pittman contract, the Courtland Sutton contract. Regardless, if he'd have stayed another year in Pittsburgh, that was the ceiling for his contract. Because he couldn't justify going anywhere else. You can say the talent is the talent is there, but he is untapped.
What are the numbers?
But you come to Dallas and you put off the all pro. You put an all pro year. Now, shouts out to you, but like you said, they wasn't anticipating for him to put on the all pro year. They were anticipating. Their intention was always to have to tag him in their back pocket and to build a deal around the tag. That was already now that he's played.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he exceeded the tag
Yeah,
number.
right.
It makes it a little tricky. But the problem is, I don't think if he was a free agent, I get it. Alec Pierce is about to get paid crazy.
Right.
Because Alec Pierce is obviously because of the market, he's the best wide receiver in the market now.
Mm-hmm.
So he's probably get paid. He's probably get $30 million a year.
Right, and that's crazy when you think about it.
It's insane.
That's crazy.
But I do not see, even still, I don't see Alec Pierce getting more than what DK got. And I don't see even right now, if Pickens was a free agent, free to go negotiate with anybody he wants to, which he can because he's under non-exclusive.
It's non-exclusive,
I don't see him getting that much more than the DK deal.
Like you said, I see him getting that deal, or maybe like $1 more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
just above it.
So I can understand them at that point because they ain't afraid. First off, once again, all this moving different stuff is just talk.
Yeah.
They didn't let plenty of people play on the tag. They ain't have no business letting play on the tag.
You all played on the tag, what, twice?
Dak played on the tag.
Dak.
You didn't have Tony Pollard play on the tag. Dalton Schultz played on the tag.
Dalton Schultz.
You didn't tag people and let these people play on the tag.
Yeah. They scared. They scared players.
Oh, the tag is what they do. You know
that's what they do.
So if he plays on the tag, he plays on the tag. But that's the thing. That's when he loses leverage. David Mulligata can do all the stuff all he want to do. He can't pull that. He got to understand this client can't do what his other clients done.
Well, Micah does, right? Micah did, yeah.
Any of his clients.
Yeah.
He can't pull that with Pickens because Pickens don't have the track record he doesn't have a clean track record of these other players.
Right.
All he gonna do is devalue his own self.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's a distraction, if he's missing camp and missing games or doing whatever, try to do to the fullest extent, they ain't gonna do nothing but hurt Pickens.
That's falling right into the narrative that the Cowboys won't. Like, see, I told y'all. See, we dealt with it. Can y'all deal with that?
So you mean to tell me that, like you said, off somebody that had one great year?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that to disrespect Pickens. I'm just saying somebody that had one great year. Now all of a sudden, all this baggage gonna come with it too. Right. And you think he gonna get the bag after that? He can only he can only do but so much is really what I'm saying.
Right.
That July date to sign the deal, before camp and all that. I believe they figure it out. They ain't about to figure it out now.
Nah.
And free up the cap space and do it like a real team.
Make too much sense, like a real team, like a real team.
They're not gonna do all that.
Right.
They're moving different. Nah. We want to be wrong.
But man, we would love to be wrong.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I see that July deal. I see that being the one because we got to see what Alec Pierce get.
Yeah. We'll find out first week. We'll find out about what Wednesday, Thursday.
Because what if he gets something crazy?
Yeah, then
we in trouble.
If he gets something crazy, we in trouble, bro.
Yeah, we in trouble. But if he gets something modest, let's say he get
28.
Let's say he get the DK deal. Let's say he get the DK deal.
Mm.
If he gets the DK deal, it does play more in our favor, but we in trouble, bro.
Yeah,
but,
definitely.
So I do see them waiting to see what he gonna get.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
Because you're not waiting for JSN. Because JSN say
he's going top Jamar Chase. He deserved that.
But yeah, he on that trajectory. He
on that trajectory. Yeah,
he ain't got no issues. Offensive Player of the Year, won the Super Bowl. All he got to do is duplicate. I ain't saying he got to necessarily duplicate his season, but all you got to do is have another great season next year.
Yeah,
of course, because that's the market that's going to dictate it, though.
There you go.
That's your market that's going to dictate it.
Yeah, that's not Pickett's market right now. Nah. But the thing with me is something gonna have to shake because a Mulligata client has never played on a franchise tag. You know what I'm saying? His representation don't. They try not to let the players play on the tag. Yeah. He's never let it. With Cowboys, like we just talked about, the Cowboys love it. It's like, hey, tag, you don't want to get it done, you play on the tag. So if it gets to that point, something gonna have to shake. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, but he can't pull some of those stunts that he's pulled with his other clients.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. That's the only thing I'm saying. Like I said, get your money and do what you got to do. But I'm,
Yeah, man, take this guy that. I give him CD. I give him CD contract today.
okay.
Yeah, just to get it done. Yeah,
I ain't
CD
mad at that.
contract.
I ain't mad at that. But like,
Just to get it done.
if that's gonna get it done,
Right.
then let's get it done. Let's work these numbers and let's get it done. You know what I'm saying? And just line it up with that contract. We got
Then you get the 3-year window. Boop, all y'all right here. Bye, bye. Let's get it done.
But let's move on, man, to our wish list, man. We can breeze through that. Let's go. Let's go position. So okay, we already bought Javonte back. That's a good deal.
Mm-hmm. Good deal.
Not mad at that. We want to bring back George Pickens. Hell, with TJ Bass, in the flux, I wouldn't be mad at Robert Jones coming back. He had the neck injury last year. He played year. We want Brandon Aubrey back.
Got Reddy Stewart back.
So everybody pretty much, as far as we wouldn't be mad at Dante Fowler coming back.
Yeah, I take him over Sam Williams.
Yeah,
it's just time for Sam. Like he got all the athletic attributes and ability. He just
take his ass to Washington.
Yeah, he just can't. Mentally, man, he can't put it together.
Running back. You think you want to sign anybody else, or you want to try to go to the draft again, or you?
Give me a vet, bro. I'm telling you, we got a young cat in blue. We seen a little flashes in week 17. Man, give me some. We already have a offensive coordinator. Then made James Conner a Pro Bowler now multiple times. He's about to be released. James Conner, a nice wily vet. So you can count on him, consistent. Him and Javonte be a nice little tandem. Then we got the Cowboy killer, Aaron Jones.
Man,
he's about to be on the street. I love that. Bring him back home. That'd be a hell of a tandem too. If Aaron Jones and Javonte probably be the better team. Their skill set a little more different, so they probably be a better one too. But I wouldn't be mad at James Conner as well though. So I would like one of those two. Or shoot, don't let Alvin Kamara hit the street. What I'm saying?
Yeah,
shoot,
I ain't mad at that at all too. I'm interested in Tyler Allgeier's market though.
See, I didn't even think. Is he free agent?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that he gonna try to go somewhere that's got a bigger role for him.
Yeah, because I know he just played the second fiddle in Atlanta. I'm sure he want to have a chance to be the man.
No, we don't want somebody.
Nah, man. Nah, take him back.
Yeah, y'all can keep him. Y'all keep him.
We good on P-Ron.
We don't want him at all. We'll just roll with Phil Maffa if that's the case.
No, I'd rather have Phil Maffa.
Oh man,
Maffa.
That's pretty much. Which one was the Penn State dude that broke his foot? Was it Singleton?
Yes. Was it Singleton? No, Singleton didn't. No, it wasn't Singleton.
Which one was the Penn State running back that broke his foot? I would not mind getting him. And
Singleton was the monster. So it might have. Did he break his foot?
I think it was Singleton.
He was the best bet. Singleton was the best bet.
Because what was the other day? Keytron
Allen? Keytron Allen. No, they both pretty good. No, I think Keytron Allen broke his foot. I think he the one that broke his foot.
Whichever one broke their foot, that's the one I want. You know what I'm saying?
They both solid.
And put them on IR.
Yeah. They both legit.
The wide receiver class is nasty. We don't really need another wide receiver. I wouldn't mind bringing back Cedric Wilson just cause.
Yeah. Good depth. Push somebody off the cliff.
Utility. I'm kick the tires on Van Jefferson. Push. Maybe you get some. Push Bingo. You know what I'm saying? Or Jahad Johnson.
Mingo, bro.
Johnson. Yeah. But wide receiver is nasty. I wouldn't really care about that. Offensive lineman. We left tackle we can go to. I got Braden Smith and Jonah Williams. This is all based off if Steele is a surprise cut.
Right. I can see Jonah. I'll be interested in Jonah.
Yeah, got Clayton
What
Adams,
we have
familiar.
Clayton Adams makes me feel a lot better, or with some
Yeah.
of these names, knowing what he can do with offensive linemen in his run scheme.
Once again, we like I said, we low. Like I said, pretty much about to lose. We may lose TJ Bass if we don't have a backup. So it's like Evan Neal. I kick the tires on that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
he got the pedigree.
Zion Johnson still got that first round pedigree. He might get it. Somebody might take a chance on him, but
Yeah, I thought he was gonna be our pick in that
yeah,
draft.
we was
You know what I'm
definitely
saying? So
gonna
I know our front office like him.
Tevin Jenkins got a little injury history. Some of
Another
these
one,
dudes may not they may not get the starting jobs that they think they're gonna get. I
right?
might bring him in, bring it for some O-line depth, guard
Well,
depth.
yeah,
Nick Trigger,
but you know us though. You know we love our pedigree, first round pick. We
no,
what I'm saying, that's a Will Clayton special, Will McClay special. So
that's pretty much it on offense, man. I don't know if you had anybody else on offense that you thought about.
always bring up Mekhi Becton.
Yeah,
804 legend. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he about to be let go. He be let go before Monday. So
yeah. He still got enough good. I mean, he got that steak off of him, from
yeah,
Philly. And he really wasn't bad. He was actually the only healthy lineman that the Chargers
the
had.
Chargers had, yeah.
I could see him get another job somewhere.
Yeah. No, I definitely can see that. No.
All right, man. Let's go to the edge room. Arnold Ebiketie from the Falcons. He was in the reserve role. He can be looking to take another, advanced role.
Right. But I want Cowboy fans to realize that yes, we want the big name. We need a solid starter, somebody who's gonna produce, but we can't just poo-poo these role players. We need that too. We need depth. So we need good role players as well. So you can't just pass over these names and like, nah, we good. Like, nah, you need these guys too. You know what I'm saying?
And if you can get a whole bunch of them,
right.
You know what I'm saying? They add a draft pick, but I mean, like I said, I get it, Trey Hendrickson and all that.
Right. We definitely, we know, we understand, but we need these guys too, man.
definitely got to say, hey, Boye Mafe, you know what I'm saying? Spend a little money.
Bust the budget.
Super Bowl champ, you know what I'm saying? Azeez Ojulari, take a flyer.
Take a flyer.
Adafe Owe, David Ajabu, you know what I'm saying? Khalil Mack probably not gonna lead the Chargers.
I think he's going back, to the Chargers.
Quiddy Pay, see what's up. Arden Key, like, see what's up. Okay, cool. Bring back bring back Dante Fowler and stuff like that.
No, I think they're gonna look at Kelvin Chason. That was their guy, but CeeDee Lamb fell. It won't for CeeDee Lamb, that'd have been our guy.
I just think that if he's smart, he had some of his best season last year with New England. Just stay in New England. But you want to come on home, baby?
Right. I think we take a look at him.
We need a D tackle.
I think we're good at D tackle, especially with Winfrey as a role. Solomon Thomas as a role. You know what I'm saying? I think we solid. I think we said at DT.
Jay Toya, you know what I'm saying?
Toya, yeah. We got our starters and our daggone depth, so I think we're good there.
I would take a flyer on Tonga, Kyrus Tonga. Played for the Patriots last year.
Yeah,
can play some of that nose. Just get. I mean, if you can upgrade from Jay Toya.
Upgrade for Jay Toya, yep.
Then obviously you take the opportunity. The linebacker thing. Devin Lloyd is gonna get paid.
He outpriced, so he's not.
We ain't busting that much budget.
Yeah, the budget ain't busting that much.
I'm gonna say the notable name for the last one, but Quay Walker is one. Quinton Williams' brother.
Yeah,
I always thought that was a no-brainer that he was just coming to Dallas, but
right,
it still could be a no-brainer just not talk about it. Malcolm Rodriguez, good run stopper. Leo Chenot, from the Chiefs.
Yeah.
A little undersized, but hey, good in coverage, good linebacker. Caden Ellis, another Falcon. Another Falcon. Falcons really they don't have no draft picks, so they may need to re-sign their people.
Right.
they a little cap strap as well. Some of these dudes might try to walk. Let's
Yeah, try to get payday. Yeah,
let's talk. But the notable name that everybody keep linking us to, Nakobe Dean.
makes sense.
It does make sense.
It makes sense.
My fault. My reaction was wrong. It does make sense.
Right.
And we wanted to draft Nakobe Dean.
Right.
But his injury history does scare me. And I mean, it's real. But at the end of the day, he's a true green dot. He can get everybody where they need to be. He'll understand the defense. He can help, ease the the learning curve for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And he can do his thing. Like I said, my only reservation is his health.
Yeah, that's it.
So, like I said, of course, we want everybody to be healthy. If he's healthy, we straight. Got to get somebody else if he's not healthy.
Yeah, we don't live in that world no more. Like everything's gonna be peaches and cream and sunshine. No, his ass hurt all the time. Got that Agent Zero hurt all the time. So you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? All the time. So when he's out there and he's healthy, he's an animal. I get it. So I would love to have him, but we can't just rely like this is gonna be our guy. Like, nah, we gotta get, we need some more depth. That's why I think we need to draft with one of our 2 first round picks, because one of them gotta be a linebacker.
Yeah, we definitely got to get one.
Yeah.
And when we get closer to the draft, we'll discuss more draft prospects that we really want back then. Eric Stokes, cornerback. Greg Newsome, Tariq Woolen. I don't want him.
Yeah, he's.
I don't. I really don't.
Yeah, he on the trajectory. Like his teammates weren't even feeling him. So you gotta, he putting out bad vibes.
Good. Amik Robertson. I'm liking Amik Robertson.
We tried to draft Amik.
Exactly. Seeing what he done in Detroit, I think he the epitome of what CP said he wanted in his nickel.
Mm-hmm.
I know the number one target that we've been linked to as well is Alontae Taylor. I would love that.
That's my guy right there.
I would love that. Yeah,
so that's my guy.
We got to get somebody though. Like you say, what's crazy? Kalen Carson did show last year that he is a rosterable corner.
Yeah,
he could come in a pinch, get CB4.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He could possibly develop into CB3.
Just stay on the field. He can't stay on the field.
That's another thing. But I think that was more so also, I think that was a confidence thing as well, too. Like, I think things got tricky. I think once he realized last year, he was like, yo, I can play.
Right.
I think he got his confidence back, even though it was bad. I'm not saying he was good.
Right.
I'm saying he's a rosterable corner that can play in a pinch.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't need just to sign anybody. We got him.
We got those guys, right? We need somebody that can really play.
Brady Stewart is, like I said, we got him tenders. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that he's not good. We got those. We got the good depth. We got the depth pieces right there. We got the bottom of the cornerback roster. We got those already. We need a starter.
Right.
A competent starter. I'm not saying that they got to come in. They got to be CB1.
Right.
But they damn sure at least got to be at least comfortable CB3.
Mm-hmm. So when they coming in, we feel we ain't like, oh, here we go.
Smoke, But we got options, and they need to exercise the option, because at the end of the day, we still need to go. Ain't none of them options that we just named ain't stopping us from drafting at somebody at 12 or 20
at all.
Safety, we got a lot of options as well. We've been linked to PJ. We've been linked to PJ Locke, but and Jalen Thompson, I want him bad.
Yeah, Jalen Thompson's the one I want. I don't want to hear about no daggone Reed Blankenship.
I'm glad.
I want, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I understand continuity and learning the defense, but no, we got the Kobe Dean for that.
Exactly.
Get Reed Blankenship out of here, bro. Nah, we got Reed Blankenships.
You're not about to tell me. The defense ain't but so damn difficult, bro. You're not about to tell me that. And honestly, Malik Hooker's not stupid.
Yeah, right.
You can get Malik Hooker to do whatever you need Reed Blankenship to do.
Yeah, Malik Hooker is a better player than Reed Blankenship, period. Point blank.
I'm not trying to hear that Reed Blankenship.
Yeah.
That's gonna piss me off, bro. I'm not gonna be honest, bro, because he's not, bro. I'm not saying he's bad at player, bro.
He's not horrible. We could do worse.
You know who he is, and you gonna like this too. He's Alex Caruso, bro.
The Alex Caruso. There you go.
Now,
Our guy.
now think about it. My team won a championship with Alex Caruso.
Right.
Alex Caruso was an integral piece.
And we was in the playoff game every year messing around with Alex Caruso.
But he went to your team.
Yeah.
And he was cool.
Yeah.
Then he get to the Thunder.
Yeah, integral piece.
Help them win. And think about it. In Philly, bro, with all those monsters you were surrounded by, Reed Blankenship gonna look like the man.
He gonna look good.
Bro, we ain't got those. We ain't got them dogs over there.
We ain't got that.
He gonna get exposed in that.
No. Yeah, and I know. I don't get CP know that.
And
he's smart enough to know that. And I got faith in him that he knows that.
And that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, say, I get it. He's smart. I get it. You can find people that can replace him.
Yes, Malik Hooker is a better player right now than he is.
He can do that.
Right.
You can go get Jalen Thompson. You can do that. This draft is deep. Go draft somebody.
This might be the deepest safety class I've ever seen, bro.
Hey, you ain't lying.
Ever seen.
All through the draft. 3rd,
4th round, we get them up. We get cats that start with us day one.
Don't sell me on Reed Blankenship and say, we moving different.
Yeah, that's not moving different at all.
I'm not trying to hit that on Reed.
Yeah,
Reed Blankenship.
No disrespect to Reed.
I don't even want PJ Locke to be quite honest, but
right, same here. But I know we need if he was a depth piece, yeah. But knowing like the way our free agency goes, that'd be like our 4th or 5th like top free agent that we will sign. Like that's like he a starter. Like no, man.
But this is what we got to figure out. What's up with Justin Simmons?
Bro, he didn't get signed last year, did he?
Exactly.
I know he got to be healthy.
He played with Christian Parker in Denver.
You're right.
Call him.
Christian Parker then called his name out in a couple of interviews. Like this, the guy. I like to run my safeties. He called his name out personally in an interview I heard. So
he got to be cheap now.
Yeah, and safeties play. But cats get old and move to safety.
Yeah.
So AJ ain't nothing but a number when it comes to safety. You know what I'm saying?
And you don't run but so much single high anyway.
Right.
You play two safeties anyway.
Unless we going out to get Minka.
Hey man, please.
Who let it be known if it weren't for the Quinn trade, we would have had the Minka trade was in the work. So
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Go do something like that, bro. It's way more stuff before you get to Reed Blankenship, bro.
Way more stuff.
It's way more steps, man. You ain't got to skip them, bro. Like you can do them steps, man.
Right.
Anything else, man?
I think safety corner. I'm just ready like all this. What's the budget and what was it saying last year?
All in.
Like this the time.
He got to show us.
Y'all saying y'all moving different. Y'all busting budgets. Y'all doing this. It's time to do it, man.
The funny thing about it, the defense was so bad that you don't have a choice but to go get players this time.
Bro, you got to get players. That's the only thing that gives us hope. They do when they get a new coach, regardless, coordinator, head coach.
Yeah,
they get the players for them. That's the only thing that gives me a little bit of hope. They're like, we got a new defense coordinator, so we're gonna work on that defense. But they're 85, 86 years old. He ain't got time to have a bad time.
Bro, he been old.
It's time.
I ain't trying to hear that he all of a sudden he had an epiphany now.
Right.
He had the urgency to win. He been old.
Old.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so this year is gonna be so much different. I said, show me next week. Gonna show us. Like I said, normally we won't even talk about the first week of free agency. No. You know what I'm saying? But we better talk about it next week.
We bet on Monday.
You feel what I'm saying? So like I said, hey, look. So as of now, we don't know if we record next week.
Right.
But damn it,
let something drop.
Yeah, if we have to,
let something shake.
If we'll record this, we already know what time it is.
Right. We not moving different if we don't see us next week.
Yeah, it'll be different if you see it.
You're right. That'd be different. If you see us next week, something different.
Sure. No, or matter of fact, man, if not, man, you'll see it when we do our mock draft, bro.
Right.
But, that's the difference. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But,
show us, man. Put it out there.
Man, we are the Dallas Duo. I appreciate everybody that's catching us live, and it's gonna
Definitely.
catch us on the playback. Oh man, I'm Hill. That's D White, and we out. Man.
We out. Happy free agent hunting.